We'll start with the prayers. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahe Tejasvinavaditamastu ma vidvishavahaihi. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. The Indian scriptures are called Prasthana Trayam. And this Prasthana Trayam consists of Bhagavad Gita, Upanishads, and Brahma Sutra. These are the three texts which we study in spiritual science. They give us a different vision about this world. In order to study these three texts, there are Prakarana Granthas, introductory texts, which help us to understand the basic structure of this Prasthana Trayam. Shankaracharya has written two wonderful books. One is Atma Bodha and the second one is Atma Bodha. We have finished Atma Bodha in about 10 sessions, and we are doing the Atma Bodha, and today is the 7th session of Atma Bodha. In Atma Bodha, I explained there are 5 sections. There are 5 sections in Tattva Bodha. There are 5 sections in Atma Bodha. We are studying right now the 42nd verse. What are the 5 sections of Atma Bodha? Just a quick revision before I start the 42nd verse. The first 5 verses, they talk about the roadmap in spiritual science. All of us have to do 3 main sadhanas: Shravanam, Mananam, Nididhyasanam. Shravanam means listening to the scripture. Manam means reflecting on what we have listened. Nididhyasana means correcting our habitual thinking. So that is the broad roadmap. The second topic discussed in Atma Bodha is Samsara Varnanam. What is the cause of sorrow in life? The basic cause of sorrow in life mentioned in the scriptures is avidya. Avidya means I don't know my real nature. I have ignorance about my real self. I know I'm body. I know I'm body, but Buddha says this is not me. This is a wrong identification which I am Atma Swarupaha. This topic was done from verses 6 to 14. The third topic is, okay, I know the spiritual path. I know what is the cause of samsara, which is adhyasa or superimposition. Now, what is the process of self-inquiry? How should I inquire about this real, which we discussed from 15 to 30? From 31 to 41 was the topic of assimilation. The process of self-inquiry was discussed, and then we have to assimilate this knowledge that I am this Atma. I am Asangaha. I am not connected with the body in 3 periods of time. I am Sakshi Swarupaha. I am Nirvikaraha. All these things we study from 31 to 41. I am Nityaha. I am eternal. We studied 25 different attributes, properties of Atma. Now, from 42 to 68 is the last topic. So we are entering now today the last topic of Atma Bodha, the 5th topic. And what is this topic? It is Jnana Phalam. Jnana Phalam means what is the benefit of Atma Bodha. The main benefit we know is destruction of sorrow. That is why we enter into the spiritual study. But today we are going to see 4 different benefits of study of Atma Bodha. With background from 42 to 68 is the last topic. We are starting the 5th topic of Atma Bodha, and it's a very interesting section. It tells us, it gives the motivation to study, come and study every week. See, we are all studying every week on Saturdays. And we feel motivated that we are learning something. And this study helps us grow in life spiritually. With a short background, I will go to the 42nd. Let's see how Vijaya chants this.
एवमात्मारणौ ध्यानम् एवमात्मारणौ ध्यानम् अथने सततं कृते उदितावगतिर्ज्वाला सर्वाज्ञानेन्धनं दहेत्
Here, Shankaracharya describes the process of reflection on Atma. How do I reflect on Atma, and what is the benefit of this reflection? In philosophy, we divide the world into Atma and Anatma. Atma means consciousness, awareness. Anatma means body, mind, and world. So when I, with the help of scriptural verses, in my own mind, think about Atma and Anatma, it is called as churning the mind. Like how fire rises when 2 logs of wood are churned. This is mentioned in Kaivalya Upanishad. Similarly, when I churn my mind, there is a knowledge which comes up. So, what happens when the knowledge comes? The ignorance about the self it completely goes away. The ignorance or the darkness in my mind about who I am is completely burnt down. So 42 to 68 is the benefit of Atmajnana, and the two broad benefits are Jivan Mukti and Videha Mukti. Jivan Mukti means while living here itself, I feel I am free. What is the general feeling for all of us? I am inside this body and I am trapped. When the body is born, I am born. When the body is gone, I am gone. This is called as bandha. This is called as bondage. What is freedom? Bhagavad Gita in the third chapter, the 17th and 18th verses, gives us an idea about this freedom. When I learn Atma Bodha, what do I learn? I am not a part of the body. I am not a product of the body. I am not the property of the body. I am someone separate from the body and the world. Yasmat mati revasyat atmatriptascha manavaha atmanyeva cha santushtaha tasya karyam na vidyate. A jnani is one who is satisfied in his own self. He gets his fulfillment from Atma. नैव तस्य कृतेनार्थः नाकृतेनेह कश्चन न चास्य सर्वभूतेषु कश्चित् दर्तव्य आश्रयः. For a jnani, there is nothing to be done in the world. Why? Because everything else in the world is mithya. Suppose you wake up from a dream, would you like to go back to the dream and say, no, I did this in the dream, therefore I have to complete the task in the dream? Do you say that? No. Similarly, Jnani wakes up in the waking state to the Atma state and he says, I am liberated. I have got Nitya Mukti. Shanti mantra Purnamada Purnamidam Purna Purnamudachate also describes the state of the mind of a jnani. So, as I said, when two logs of wood are churned and inside there is a small cotton piece, the lower arani, which is the mind, and the upper arani, which is the Omkara or the Vedanta Vakyam, they are churned. That means my mind is thinking about my Swarupam. What Swarupam? Nitya Mukta Swarupam. I am Atma, not the mind. I am Atma, I am not the body. When my mind keeps on doing this churning, what comes out? The flame comes out. The flame represents jnanam, which illumines the darkness. Darkness of what? Ignorance. As a result of Shravanam, Mananam, Nididhyasanam, Aham Brahmasmi Jnanam is produced. I am that Atma which is Nitya Muktaha. Which is the verse which is quoted, which Shankaracharya has in mind when he is writing this 42nd verse? He has got Kaivalya Upanishad mantra Atmanamaranim kritva pranavam chotaranim. In this mantra, the two logs of wood example is given in Kaivalya Upanishad. In Bhagavad Gita, there is another verse in the 4th chapter. Tat viddhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadeshyanti te jnanam jnaninas tattva darshinaha. A student goes to a guru, does prostration, and asks the guru to reveal the truth of Atma. That is how traditionally the jnanam takes place. And this flame of jnanam burns maya. Maya means ignorance. A simple way to understand what is this ignorance is what I experience in the sleep. In the sleep state, I don't know anything about myself. And that is what is called as Mula Avidya or Maya. Beyond that sleep state is my real state, which is Atma. And that Atma is Ekam, it is one, it is Advitiyam. Advitiyam means what? There is no second thing in Atma. See, this is a very unique revelation of the Veda about me and about the world. The self in me and the self in the world is the same. When I say self means awareness. That is what is the ultimate realization. So, today I feel I am the body because of different karmas. Sanchita karma, prarabdha karma, agami karma. We have discussed that in Atma Bodha. So, constantly when we keep on thinking in our mind that I am the Atma, I am not the mind, this ajnanam gets destroyed. That is the essence of the 42nd mantra. Now, let us study the 43rd.
अरुणेनेव बोधेन अरुणेनेव बोधेन पूर्वं सन्तमसे हृते पूर्वं सन्तमसे हृते तत आविर्भवेदात्मा तत आविर्भवेदात्मा स्वयमेवांशुमानिव स्वयमेवांशुमानिव.
Here Shankaracharya in the 43rd verse, he gives an example of sunrise. What does sunrise do? Sunrise removes darkness outside. Similarly, when jnana comes into our intellect, our buddhi, there is a darkness or tamoguna in the mind. That tamoguna gets dispelled. That is the comparison. Very beautiful comparison. You see, Atma Bodha is very famous for teaching the knowledge about Atma in very simple way. So discovery of Atma happens because of ignorance going away. What is ignorance? It is internal darkness. Internal darkness means what? I don't know anything about the world. What is knowledge? I am the substratum of the world. Can you see the difference? I am Atma. I am the substratum of the world. What? But to me, there is no world. That is the knowledge of Atma. Now, what is this Atma? Is the entire process of study of Veda. Now, how long have I been having this ignorance about myself? Veda says Anadikale. According to Veda, the body has taken several births, according to Punya and Papa. And in each birth, I had this ignorance. I never found a guru who could teach me my Swarupa. By some punyam, I have come to study Veda in this birth. So I have a chance to come out of ignorance. Not ignorance about Sanskrit or about Japanese or about Chinese or about any other language or about the world. Not ignorance about cooking or doing a heart operation or about the laptop or about the mobile. No. This is ignorance about my real nature, which is the spiritual essence in me. So when this ignorance goes away, Atma shines by itself. In technical language, in Vedanta, we say that all knowledge comes by vritti, thoughts. Suppose I'm listening to a sound, some mobile, somebody speaking. Now the sound is coming into my mind in the form of thoughts. Suppose I smell something, it is coming in, I'm experiencing is in the form of thoughts in the mind. So Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha, the five objects of the world, they enter my mind, they form thoughts, and I am the Sakshi which reveals the five different thoughts. Now, if there is an object outside, then Sakshi will reveal with the help of Vritti Vyapti and Phala Vyapti. This is two technical terms. Just listen to it. If you are newcomer, just listen to it. But as we study the scriptures more and more, these two technical words will become more and more clear. This is explained in another way. Vritti Vyapti and Phala Vyapti. An example is given. Suppose there is an object in a dark room and you cover it with the help of cloth. You can't see the object. What do? You switch on the light, and when the when the light is on, what happens? The cloth which was covering the object is still seen, but I can see that cloth by switching on the light. So switching on the light means only the light of awareness. Light comes and envelops the object. I have to remove the cloth to see the object. So avaranam means covering cloth. Phala Vyapti means the original light which illumines, which makes the object revealed. This is one example. So all objects in the world are covered today, and we need two things. We need our mind with the thoughts, and we need the awareness principle. So, what reveals the objects of the five objects, sense objects? It is the light of Atma, together with the light of mind. Light of mind is the vritti. Now, let us take a second example. Two examples are very, very subtle examples to understand vritti vyapti and phala vyapti. In the second example, suppose the object was a lamp. In this case, what happens? You remove the cloth, you don't need another light. The light of the lamp itself will illumine itself. So there is no phala vyapti required, only covering has to be removed. So in means I remove the ignorance. Phala vyapti is not required because Atma is Swayam Prakasha. Ultimately, when I sit in meditation and I have removed all my thoughts, which are thoughts of the world, I have removed it. Which means what? Vritti Vyapti is done. Do we have to wait for Phala Vyapti? No. Many people in meditation, they say, I have been sitting in meditation for 10 years and I still don't see the light of Atma coming and saying hello to me. The light of Atma is the self. It is Swayam Jyoti. You can objectify that light when the darkness of the objects of the world is removed. Atma Jnanam shines by itself. This is a very subtle verse, very, very subtle verse. You need to meditate, you need to think about this mantra again and again. And the knowledge you get out of this mantra will help you in meditation. You will not be looking forward to something. You will say, I have removed all my thoughts of the world and I am in peace. I don't need any other light of consciousness. That is what is self-effulgent Atma. Okay? Next verse, 44.
आत्मा तु सततं प्राप्त आत्मा तु सततं प्राप्त अप्यप्राप्तवद विद्यया अप्यप्राप्तवद विद्यया तन्नाशे प्राप्तवत् भाति तन्नाशे प्राप्तवत् भाति स्वकण्ठाभरणं यथा स्वकण्ठाभरणं यथा
Atma tu satam praptaha. Atma is ever there. It is ever existent reality. Two things you should remember about Atma. One is what? It is always there. In sleep it is there, in dream it is there, in waking it is there. Atma is timeless. Before the body is born, it is there. During the body existence, it is there. After the death of the body, it is there. But how come I don't know about this? It is because of ignorance. It is because of tamoguna. When that ignorance is removed, when a guru comes and says, you are that Atma, which is beyond the waking dream and sleep state, which is beyond the gross body, subtle body, and the causal body, you discover your own Atma like an ornament which is considered as lost. Suddenly you find that it is there in my own neck itself. Very beautiful example Shankaracharya gives. So what is Atma? Atma is not a product or property or a part of the body. It is not limited to the body, but it enlivens the body. What is the enlivening factor for the body? Normally we'll say prana. When the prana is not there, body is dead. That is the physical side of the body. What about the mind? Atma is still there, but the mind is gone into manifest condition and mind comes into manifest condition. Here we are not talking of the physical body, we are talking about the mind. Atma survives the physical body. There is never a distance between me and Atma. That means what? I am Atma. I am not limited by time. I am not limited by space. I am not limited by any object in creation. These three important points you should remember. This is what is called as infinitude. Infinitude means there is no limitation of time, space, and objects. What is the distance between me and Atma? The distance is called as ignorance. And what is the solution for ignorance? What is the solution for darkness? Light. What is the solution for ignorance? Knowledge. Is there a distance between waker and dreamer? The dreamer himself becomes the waker. The waker himself knows that I am Atma. I am not the waker. I am not the waking father, mother, sister, son, brother, boss, rich, poor, dull, wise. I am not all that. That is all anatma. What Veda teaches me is I am Atma, something different than the body. This Deha Abhimana is the biggest problem. How does this Deha Abhimana comes? It never comes. It continues birth after birth. Unless and until a guru teaches you the Veda. Veda is the Apaurusheya Pramanam. It is not from any human mind. The study of knowledge about Atma is not coming from any Rishi's mind. It is not out of Shankaracharya's mind we are trying to learn Atma. No, Atma has been there for ages. The knowledge of Atma is Apaurusheya Vishaya. Here, Shankaracharya gives the example of a chain. Suppose you take the chain and you have put it in your pocket, or the chain is there but you're wearing a shirt and it goes behind the shirt and it is just, you can't see the chain. Or for example, you keep a key and the key is inside a kerchief in your pocket. And you're searching everywhere, you're taking the kerchief and then you're seeing there's no key in my pocket. And suddenly when you take out the kerchief, the key falls down hidden inside the kerchief. So when actually, did we lose the key? No, it was always there in my pocket. It was hidden. Similarly, have I lost Atma? No, Atma is my real nature. I never knew that the Atma is there. A, a guru comes and teaches me, just try to understand who are you in your sleep state. Are you existing or not? Yes, yes, I'm existing. In your sleep state, do you see your body? Do you see world? Do you see your mind? So can we say body, mind, world is mithya? Yes, yes, yes. I can now say it is mithya. Why? Because Guru has taught me I am the Atma, the light of consciousness in which the waking dream and sleep is come. In Sat Darshanam, Ramana Maharishi writes this beautiful verse in verse number 37. He says, a person who has woken up from his dream, will he ever think that the dream is real? No. Similarly, a person who has woken up to real Atma, his entire life, whatever he spent in his lifetime, say they are like dream only. So Sat Darshanam of Ramana Maharishi is talking about the same what Shankaracharya has taught in the 44th verse. Next, study the 45th verse.
स्थाणो पुरुषवद्भ्रान्त्या स्थाणो पुरुषवद्भ्रान्त्या कृता ब्रह्मणि जीवता कृता ब्रह्मणि जीवता जीवस्य तात्विके रूपे जीवस्य तात्विके रूपे तस्मिन् दृष्टे निवर्तते तस्मिन् दृष्टे निवर्तते.
Very beautiful example which Swami Chinmayananda quotes this very often in his talks. Suppose you are in a forest and you see a post, a tree, a trunk of a tree, and then it's evening time, and you don't see the trunk clearly, you will think that the trunk is nothing but it's like a ghost. You're seeing a ghost on a post. Similarly, Shankaracharya says the entire Jiva Bhava is like that post which is seen as a ghost. The individuality is the ego. Ahamkara, Mamakara, Raga, Dvesha. These are all thoughts in the mind. But they appear to be very real. And that gives us the Jiva Bhava. How does this Jiva Bhava get replaced with Brahma Bhava or Atma Bhava? When I come to realize I am the Atma, again and again, when my mind meditates on that truth, on that fact, the Jiva Bhava gets displaced and Atma Bhava is realized as the fact. So, what are the benefits of Jnanam, Atma Jnanam? There is an immediate benefit. Immediately I come to know I am not Atma, I am not the Jiva, I am the Atma. Ajnana Nivritti is the immediate benefit. I need to have light to do transactions. Similarly, my body cannot transact in the world without the light of consciousness. So, The ignorance goes away, and what remains? Atma remains. Jiva, Jagat, Ishvara is the room of darkness, waking, dream, sleep. All the three, according to Shankaracharya, is the room of darkness. Now, this room is not lit up properly. Therefore, we are getting hurt with our relationships. How do I get rid of this ignorance? That is through Atma Jnana. I come to realize there is a light of Atma, light of awareness, in which these three Jiva Jagat Ishvara triangle is functioning. Ishavasya Upanishad, the ninth mantra in that Upanishad is Andham Tama Pravishyanti Evat Vidyamupasate Tato Bhuya Te Tamaha Yavu Vidyayam Rataha. Those who are enveloped in avidya, by doing upasana, they are getting into more and more darkness. That means what you need in life is knowledge. What you know, what you need, what you don't need is karma. Doing more and more karma, it will not solve the problem. What you need is the knowledge of Atma. Jivatma and Paramatma are two entities supported by one Atma. What is common between Jivatma and Paramatma? Atma. Jivatma cannot survive without Paramatma. Gold and chain. Can we say that two items? Ultimately, chain is incidental. It is Nama Rupa. What is the reality? Gold. Atma and Anatma. Anatma is Nama Rupa, like chain, ring, bangle. What is Atma? Atma is like the gold. It is the substratum. It is the material cause of the universe. So, one Atma or awareness or consciousness appears as Paramatma and Jivatma. That Paramatma has a higher nature, which is Shuddha, which is called as Brahma. So I, as father, mother, sister, these are all only status given when I am with my son, mother, daughter, so on. Suppose they are not there in front of me, who am I? We should not say I am this body. We should not say I am the mind. You should say I am Atma. I am the light in which I see this body, I see this world. Like, how do you see the dream? In the dream, in what light do you see the dream? Is there a sunlight in dream? I'm talking about the waking. Is there in a dream state? In what light do you experience a sleep state? It is the spiritual light in which you see the dream state. It is the spiritual light in which you experience the sleep state of ignorance. It is the spiritual light in which you see the waking state also. Are you able to go a little bit deeper now? Understand the reality called Atma? In Mahabharata, Karna is, for those who are familiar with it, you will understand, Karna thought that he was Radhe Putra because of ignorance. Suddenly his mother told him, you are Kaunteya. You're not Radhe Putra. You're Kauntiya. You're my son. So suddenly he realizes I'm the son uh, of a Kshatriya. I can fight anybody. This is just an example. So all of us are like this Karna only. Today I'm thinking very limited. I was born, I'm very limited. I'm 50 years old only. My mind has got a lot of problems. My body has got knee problem. All this is all conditionings. They're all thoughts rising in the mind. They are not, we are not saying that they are not there. We are only saying that all this thing is there, body is there, knee pain is there, mind is there, there are problems in the mind. We don't neglect, we don't say it is not there. What we say is they are not, they are only incidental nature. My intrinsic nature is I am Atma, ever free from space, time, and objects. Upon this Brahman or upon this Atma, I have superimposed I am a doer, I am a father. All these are adhyaropa. So the entire Jiva Jagat Ishvara is superimposed on the pure screen of consciousness. Like in a TV screen, which is always pure, white. Now on that screen, you project all the movies. So similarly, on the screen of Atma, you have the waking movie. You have the dream movie. You have the sleep movie. Without the movie, does the screen exist? Yes. Without the three states, do I exist like the screen? That screen is I, the Atma. It's a very powerful example, the screen and the movie. Dakshinamurti Stotram says the same thing. Vishwam Darpana Drishyamana Nagari Tulyam Nijantargatam. Nij Antargatam. Antargatam means what? This Atma appears to be inside. But actually speaking, dream is not inside or outside. Dream is while we're experiencing the dream, what happens? It looks as if I'm experiencing a dream state outside. But actually, it is in waker's mind only. Similarly, Atma in Atma alone, this entire waking state is happening. Due to delusion, ignorance, and uh, error, I mistake I am the Atma. Like I mistake a stump of tree to be the ghost or a thief. There is a thief hiding. So, an ever pure consciousness, I misunderstand myself to be a jiva which has got worries, which has got anxiety, which has got insecurity. All this is false I. My real nature is I am asamsari brahma rupaha. So jivatma bhranti nivrti. Bhranti nivrti means what? Delusion that I am a jiva. That goes away because of Atma Jnanam. See, Atma Jnanam, now I'm sure all of you are trying to get a glimpse of what is this Atma Jnana. We have done 45 verses so far. We have done Tattva Bodha. Atma is the light of consciousness, awareness principle. In that light of consciousness only, I am witnessing this body. I am not the body, I am the consciousness. That is what we have to shift our attention from body level to consciousness. Let us study the 46th verse. These are all beautiful.
तत्त्वस्वरूपानुभवात् तत्त्वस्वरूपानुभवात् उत्पन्नं ज्ञानमञ्जसा उत्पन्नं ज्ञानमञ्जसा अहं ममेति चाज्ञानम् अहं ममेति चाज्ञानम् बाधते दिग्भ्रमादिवत् बाधते दिग्भ्रमादिवत्.
All of us got two main bhranti. Bhranti means delusion. It is adhyasa. It is superimposition. What are the two main superimpositions? I-ness and my-ness. I am the body is one thought which is engraved in my mind. I am belonging to my family. It is another thought which is an error, again engraved in the mind. I am Atma is the reality. It is the truth. Now Shankaracharya compares this with knowing a right direction to follow a goal, destination. So if you have the right guide, you will reach your destination. Similarly, if you have the right knowledge, you will be able to destroy this I-ness and minus and reach the goal of Atma. Very beautiful example given by Shankaracharya. Twofold samsara, twofold relationships which we enjoy throughout our life. Right from birth till death, we have these two relationships. Ahamkara, mamakara. This will not go unless and until you have Atmakara vritti. Ahankara plus mamakara is Jiva Bhava. I belong to someone, they belong to me. I want to do a lot of things to them. They have got a lot of expectations from me. I can't do many things, but I can do some things. I have regret and guilt in my life. Aham esham mama ete. The first chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna has this problem of Aham esham mama ete. They belong to me, I belong to them. Ahamkara and mamakara. This I belong to them and they belong to me is the whole Jiva Bhava throughout your life. See, how do you conduct your morning to evening? Only with this Ahamkara and Mamakara. I am this body, body belongs to me, I am doing this. I am doing this means what? Actually, body is acting. Prakriti is acting in the world. But what do I say? I am acting. Uddhava Gita, where there is a verse which is quoted here, and here he talks about nest which he associates with throughout the life. A bird. Similarly, we associate our body. What is the first step to come out of this samsara? We are not related to each other, but we are related together with the Lord. First understanding in Vedanta. A father, son, father, wife, husband, wife, what will we say? I am not related to you. We both are related to one principle called as the Lord. All of us are related to one God. What is the second step? We are not even related to God. If so, there will be a division between Jiva and Ishvara. There is I, who am a Jiva, and there is Ishvara. That is the second step of understanding. First is Jiva Jiva Bhava. The second is Jiva Ishvara Bhava. Dvaitam. The last step is there is no Dvaita at all. Jiva and Ishvara are one principle, consciousness principle. Awareness consciousness principle appears as this Jiva, appears as this Ishvara in the waking state. There is no sambandha at all. In Atma level, it is Nissanga. This is a very, very deep science. One has to first listen carefully and then meditate on this truth. Brahma Jnana Valli is another work written by Shankaracharya. In the first verse, it says, Asangoham, Asangoham, Asangoham Puna Punaha, Sachidananda Rupoham, Ahamevaham Avyayaha. I, the Atma, am always relationless, unattached. Meditate on this truth. You want to know who you are. Nirvana Shatkam has same idea. Name mrityu shankha, name jati bhedaha, pita naiva mata na janma, na bandhur na mitram, gurur naiva shishyaha, chidananda rupaha, shivoham shivoham. Guru, Shishya, Mata, Pita, all these relationships are at the transactional level. What we are studying is Atma, which is at Paramarthika level, the higher level, like Waker and Dreamer, Waker and Atma. So, throughout in Bhagavad Gita, there are two things which Lord Krishna teaches Nirmama, Nirahankaraha. This is the vision of a jnani. Nirmama. Nothing belongs to me, the Atma. Property, wealth, bank account, children, mother, father, everything it is there for transaction as per the law of karma, but it is not there at the level of Atma, awareness, consciousness. I am the support for all this. I here stands for consciousness. When the seeker has this jnanam about this Atma, he becomes fearless. In Taittiriya Upanishad, it says that the Jiva Bhava is full of fear, Brahma Bhava, Atma Bhava, makes me fearless even for death. Death belongs to the body. It doesn't belong to Atma. I never die. This notion must sink in your mind all the time. If you cultivate that habit, I never die. Body dies. I never die. Body dies. I never die. Body dies. Cultivate that thought process. Indirectly, it will destroy ahamkara and mamakara. In verse number 56, we are going to study how this nasha happens. It is badaha. So, like a person who doesn't know whether it is east or west or north or south, he looks at the sun and says, the sun is rising in the east and it sets in the west. The sun, looking at the sun, can now fix his directions. Similarly, looking at Atma, I can understand the status of ahamkara and mamakara. Very beautiful example. Again, all these verses are meant for reflection. The entire Atma Bodha can be taken up for reflection by junior seekers for meditation. Slowly, you can pick up 4 or 5 verses. Nirmama, Nirhankara, Nityaha, Shuddhaha. Some of these verses, you take 4 or 5 verses of Atma Bodha, keep it with you. 2 or 5 verses. You select your own 5 verses. And then you say, next 4 weeks, I will meditate on those verses. It will give you a tremendous growth in spirituality, especially if you're a new seeker. You're just entering into study of Atma Bodha, Tattva Bodha. You don't know anything about Bhagavad Gita. You don't know what the Upanishad is. You don't know what is Brahma Sutra. All that will come in later. But suppose you have learned the 10 sessions of Tattva Bodha and the 7 sessions of Atma Bodha so far, you pick up 5 verses. Tattva Bodha, most important verse for meditation is Atma is not 3 sharirams, it's not the panchakoshas, it is not the 3 avasthas. Atma is beyond all the 3. It is of the nature of Satchidananda Swarupa. This is the first meditation recommended for all junior seekers. You can meditate on this one verse. Till this knowledge of Atma sinks into your mind. Repeat it again and again. And you don't have to sit for 30 minutes or 50 minutes or 1 hour. Just sit for 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Repeat this thought in your mind. After 10 minutes, wake up and get up. Similarly, these 4 or 5 verses of Atma Bodha. Meditate, read these verses first, sit down in meditation, and let the mind think of these meanings. That is the way to grow in spirituality. If you do this, what happens is your mind becomes acclimatized to reach the high level. Like there are certain camps, 10,000 feet, 15,000 feet, 30,000 feet, and the top. So similarly, our mind has to slowly climb to the level of Atma. Next verse.
सम्यग् विज्ञानवान् योगी सम्यग् विज्ञानवान् योगी स्वात्मन्येवाखिलं जगत् स्वात्मन्येवाखिलं जगत् एकं च सर्वमात्मानम् एकं च सर्वमात्मानम् ईक्षते ज्ञानचक्षुषा ईक्षते ज्ञानचक्षुषा.
So what are we doing in all these verses from 41 to 68, 42 to 68? We are doing the phalam. What is the benefit of knowing this knowledge of Atma? Here, Shankaracharya says, with this eye of wisdom means what? With this jnana chakshu. What is jnana chakshu? It is the knowledge of Atma. Our normal eyes cannot see Atma, cannot have this vision of what the Atma chakshu can see. Atma chakshu can see that it is Atma in which the three states are coming and going. Atma chakshu will see that the pancha koshas are only a dress worn by me. Atma chakshu, jnana chakshu will say that these three sharirams is not me. So ultimately, what is the conclusion? The conclusion is called Sarvatma Bhav. Everything else is me only, this Atma, and nothing else. Because everything happens in this light of consciousness. This is an important verse. Dvaita Bhranti Nivritti. You see, Shankaracharya's matam, philosophy is called as Advaita Matam. There are other schools of thought like Sankhya, Yoga, Nyaya, Vaiseshika, Purva Mimamsa. There are different schools of thought. They all say that Dvaitam means I and the Lord, I and other jivas, I and the world. Every other philosopher says I plus something exists. Advaitam Shankaracharya's matam, it says I alone exist. Here I means Atma. So Shankaracharya, with this verse, he is trying to remove the delusion of plurality. Very important fact you should underline. Maybe you don't understand today, but as you study the Bhagavad Gita and more so the Upanishads, which is the source for Bhagavad Gita, you will understand that everything rests in Atma and all things are born, exist, and resolve in Atma. That is the final conclusion. Any day when you are able to say, I am that Atma in which this entire world is coming, rising, and it is being experienced, and then it gets resolved. That day is your realization day. That is your awakening day. Spiritually, you will be awakened when your intellect is convinced, it has got nishtha. I alone appear as this entire jagat. This is called as Advaita Darshanam. This is the benefit of Atma Jnanam. Kathopanishad has this mantra in the first chapter, which says Uttishtatha, Jagrata, Prapya Varan, Nibhodata. Nibhodata means what? Rise up from your sleep state. Wake up to this self, Atma. And then you lead the world. And then you lead the world. This is what I repeat many times to many of the students who join these sessions and say that don't worry, let life go on. Life going on, we have no control. Life is uncontrollable, unreliable, unsustainable. I can't decide anything in this life. There is some law of karma which is happening. That's all. But let me come out and say, I am the Sakshi. I am the Atma. That is what I am gaining from these sessions. Again and again, see the goal. The goal is the world is supported. I am the supporter. I am the Chaitanyam. The world is Adheyam. I am Adharam. Adharam means supporter. Adheyam means supported. There is one very famous mantra which I quote again and again in my Upanishad classes. It is Kaivalya Upanishad 19th mantra. Mayeva sakalam jatam, mayi sarvam pratishthitam, mayi sarvam layam yati. Tat brahma advayam asmayam. This is another very important mantra for meditation. I am not a creature who is born and dying. I am Sarva Adhara Chaitanyam. See, when you listen to this in the Atma Bodha class for the first time, your intellect will protest. I am thinking I am the body. I know I was born. It is a conditioning of your mind. It is not a fact. The fact is, body is born is a fact. But I am this body is the correction which you are. In Bhagavad Gita, the second chapter, 16th verse, many students also love this verse. Ya nisha sarva bhutanam tasyam jagrati sanyami yasyam jagrati bhutani sa nisha pashyate munehe. A wise sage, he is awake in his sleep. Means what? He is awake. I am the Atma. I am not the sleeper. And in the waking state, he is asleep to the world. I am not the waker. I am the Atma. So Ajnani's day is Jnani's night. Jnani's day is Ajnani's night. Both of them, they live in the same world. But a Jnani knows a fact, a truth, and he lives a Nitya Mukta Shuddha life. That is the difference between a Jnani and Jnana. The entire waking state is like a dream. Mandukya Upanishad says this very clearly. But what is this 100 years? In timelessness, which is Atma, it is 100 years, 50 years, nothing. So when we wake up to this knowledge of Atma, like the Taittiriya Upanishad Rishi, he says, Aham prakshasya re riva, kirtim prishtam gire riva. This entire glory of the world is nothing but glory because in this Atma alone, the rishis have realized the final truth. And then they sing the song of freedom. In Bhrigu Taittiriya Upanishad, third chapter, the rishi sings the song of freedom. Ha, woo, ha, all this ahamannam, 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 ahamannado, ahamannadaha, ahagam shloka krite. All these are all songs of rishis who have realized the Atma in their own intellect and they feel, I am free. there is an important perspective change in which I see the world. That is what is indicated in verse number 47. The entire galaxies, space, world, everything is there in awareness. Chidananda Atmani Jagat Ikshate. In this Ananda, in this awareness consciousness alone, the entire world of galaxies are rising and setting. So when I look at myself from the consciousness awareness angle, I can say I am the supporter, the world is supported. The entire world is world of matter, panchabhutas, five elements. What supports it? Consciousness. So me stands for consciousness, and when I look at consciousness and matter, consciousness is the truth, matter is supported. Therefore, I say there is no Dvaitam, there is only Advaita. Waker and dreamer. Can we say waker is different than the dreamer? In the dream world, there are so many things. But ultimately, on waking up, I say, I myself was the dreamer. Similarly, when you wake up to Atma, you say, I myself am Atma. Me alone, this waking state has come and it has gone. And you stay remained in the Atma Jnanam. This is the height of Advaitic knowledge. What is the height of Advaitic knowledge? I am the substance of creation. I am the consciousness. Consciousness is the substance. World is Namarupa. Everything is in me is the first stage. It is easier than the second stage. Because in consciousness, I see the world. In consciousness, I don't see the world. So everything is in me, the consciousness. Very easy. The second stage is everything is me alone. Gold is nothing but, ring is nothing but gold only. World is nothing but it is consciousness only. Therefore, this is called as Jnana Chakshu, the eye of wisdom. This is symbolized in the Puranas as the third eye of the Lord Shiva. The physical eyes will always see differences. Suppose we all come to realize I am the Atma Chaitanya Swarupaha. It is not that the physical eyes is seeing consciousness. You are wearing the goggles of Veda. In Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna gave the Jnana Chakshu to see the entire world in Lord Krishna in the 11th chapter. I will show you, Lord Krishna says, come on. But you cannot see, Arjuna wants to see the whole world in Lord Krishna, whole world in one consciousness principle. Here also Shankaracharya says that you need Chakshu to see Advaita. Vedanta is the Advaita Vedanta is the only philosophy which talks of Advaita Atma. All other schools of thought, including science, Christianity, Islam, Greeks, all other philosophies, they all talk about Dvaitam. Okay? Next verse.
आत्मैवेदं जगत्सर्वम् आत्मैवेदं जगत्सर्वम् आत्मनोऽन्यन्न विद्यते आत्मनोऽन्यन्न विद्यते मृदो यत् वत् घटादीनि मृदो यद् वत् घटादीनि स्वात्मानं सर्वमीक्षते स्वात्मानं सर्वमीक्षते.
Here, Shankaracharya takes the example and to what is clay and what is pot? Pot, jar, they are made of clay. So, what is the cause? Clay. And what is the effect? What is the product? Pot. Is pot different from clay or is it the same as clay? Pot is name and form, nama rupa. For the purpose of transactions, I give clay another name, pot.
Atmai.
So, the same thing. Now, let's compare Atma and this body, mind, world. Atma is the substance of the entire Jagat, Jiva Jagat Ishvara. Atma is awareness, consciousness, like that clay. So, pot is nothing but it is clay. Jiva Jagat Ishvara is nothing but awareness, consciousness, which is called as the self. With this thought only, with this understanding only, you can say, I, the consciousness, appear as everything in the world. We can say, I am the dream world. Jnana Chakshu Atma Swarupam alone can say, I am the waker. The whole waking state is nothing but me. In Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, it's a very big Upanishad. There is a Brahmanam, a section called as Maitreyi Brahmanam. There, the sentence, one verse comes, Idagum Sarvam Yadayamatma. The entire world is nothing but Atma. I am a father, I am a son. When my son is in front of me, I am a father. I am a son. In front of my father, I am the son. So I has not changed. I am the same, but I get two statuses. When the waking state is there, I am called as a waker. When the dream world is there, I am called as dream. When the sleep, ignorance is there, I am called sleeper. But suppose there is no world, no waking world, no dream world, no sleep world. Jagat is not there. Who am I? Atma. That is how you come to this Atma Swarupa. Suppose you say, is there God there or not? You ask a counter question. Is your God different from you or the God Atma you? If it is different from you, it is an object. It is an Atma. It is like another object in the world. Therefore, God will also arrive and depart. So, God will be Mithya. Mithya means it arrives and departs. Like God is you, the Atma, then Jeevatma, Paramatma is the same. It is both are Sat Chaitanya Swarupam. I can easily claim as Atma, as awareness, I can say I am the same as Paramatma. Only after I get the knowledge from the Veda. Suppose you tell outside somebody, they will laugh at you. But when you say it, in your mind you have consciousness, awareness, Sakshi Chaitanyam at the back of your mind. In Keno Upanishad, Yan Manasana Manute Yena Pur manomatam. What one cannot feel with the mind, but because of this the mind feels. That is consciousness. What one cannot see with the eyes, but with what the eyes see, that is consciousness. With what the ears hear, that is the light of consciousness. Jnani looks at the entire world and says, Aham eva idagum sarvam. So 47th verse and the 48th verse, which we are doing now, both of them are giving a perspective change in my mind. One Brahman, one Atma alone appears as Jiva Ishvara. See, all these verses, like I said, you have to read it, think about it, and these ideas have to sink into your mind. How do they sink? Only by manana. Suppose you just listen and then you forget about it, then Atma Jnanam is no use. It will be like any other jnana. You will hear, you will keep it. After 2 months, 3 months, you will forget about it. But when you study Bhagavad Gita, if you revise these notes and make your own notes and keep them, say 2, 3 pages or 5 pages of your own notes of Atma Bodha and Tattva Bodha, it will help you a lot to understand Bhagavad Gita. All these principles which we are studying in Atma Bodha, they are all used in Bhagavad Gita. Shankaracharya is making us ready to understand Bhagavad Gita. And then again, after you study Bhagavad Gita, you will say, I want the original source from which this Bhagavad Gita was taught. Then you come to Upanishads. It is a long journey. A spiritual study is a minimum 3 to 5 year study. If you are serious, you can continue. There are tremendous benefits out of this study in your real day-to-day life. Your mind becomes focused. Your mind knows how to think in the world. And this helps us to fight the life's challenges. Anything may come, but you will say, I am the Atma. I am never affected by whatever the world brings to me. That thought remains in your mind and it acts like a shock absorber. With this, I will end today's talk. Next week, we will start the 49th verse and we'll have about 20 to 68, about 20 verses, 48, 60, about 22 verses. I think it will take about 2 or 3 more sessions in which we'll finish Atma Bodha. And again, I've taken these for beginners who want to learn Bhagavad Gita, Upanishads, and Brahma Sutra. We stop today. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. There's a very beautiful question from Manikandan today. So Manikandan is asking how to identify Atma as unattached to the mind in the waking state. Is there a process we can follow to conclude that Atma is Asangaha? A brilliant question, and it can be asked a person who is a very serious seeker and who has started learning Vedanta. The best way to understand I am unattached in the waking state is to meditate daily for about 5 minutes or 10 minutes. There is a process. I will explain process. See, in the seat of meditation, you must deliberately say, I am Atma Sakshi. What do you say? I am Atma Sakshi. And then you stop. There will be thoughts coming in your mind. Again, after 1 minute, 2 minutes, don't get lost in your thoughts. Again, you say, I am Atma Sakshi. And again, thoughts will come. Again, don't get lost in the thoughts. Repeat, I am Sakshi. When you do this exercise for, say, 4 weeks, you will understand that I am the Sakshi Atma. I am not connected with the mind. Thoughts are coming and going. It will come and go. When the mind has come and gone, where does the mind rest? It rests in body only. Mind is a part of the body. Mind is a subtle body. Body is our physical body is gross body. And physical body is existing in the world. So from a gross level, you come to subtle level. From a subtle level, once you have disidentified with the mind and say that I am not attached to the thought, that means I am not attached to the body also, the physical body also. I'm not attached. You see, I see them. I experience a thought. I experience my body. I experience the world. But I am unattached. Asangaha is my real nature. That real nature belongs to Atma. It never gets attached to anything in the world. Like space exists in spite of so many objects in the world. Space is never affected by objects in the creation. Atma is never affected by millions of bodies in creation. Manikandan, have you got the answer?
Sagarji,
Yeah,
thank you
Manikandan.
very much for this.
Yeah, I'm
Thank
Mukesh
you.
Agarwal. Can I ask something?
I understood it very clearly, so I want to reconfirm my understanding. You
Yes,
mentioned that in the seat of meditation, we have to just reaffirm that I am Shakshi, and the thoughts will come and thoughts will go. So by seeing the thoughts, it is different from me. I conclude that I am different from the thoughts.
yes,
Similarly, when I see any object in the world, like for example, I'm seeing a book or seeing a car, I have a very good conviction that I am not attached to that. I am different from that because I am able
correct.
to see the objects different from me. But only
Yes,
difficulty is I am attaching myself to the mind and the body. It is very close to us, and that's where the difficulty is coming. That I am not able to see as an object. So what I can understand from your answer is that it's a very good hint that when we sit in the meditation, that I should consider myself as, even though it is attached. I mean, I'm The body, I'm sitting inside the body, but I'm seeing the body as a different object. So I can feel that it is, is this way to understand? This my
Correct.
understanding is correct. Or
Absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Have you done Drik Drishya Viveka as a text? Have you done the text before?
no, Shekhar, I have not done that.
Okay, I would suggest you do first 5 verses of Drik Drishya Viveka. Just read the verses, understand the meaning. You go through the notes there in my website. You will understand what is Drik, the seer, and what is Drishyam, the seen. What I explained to you just now is Drik Drishya Viveka. Discrimination of what is seer and what is seen. Drik Drishya Viveka is a beautiful work by Vidyaranya Swami, who has written Panchadashi. And there he explains very beautifully. The world is seen. Eyes are the seer. First level. Second level. Eyes are seen. Mind is the seer. Second level. Mind is seen. Atma is the seer. There are 3 levels. External world of objects, the eyes, ears, skin, all these are the instrument to experience the world, see the world. But who sees these sense organs? It is the mind. Mind is more subtler than the external instruments. So all the vrittis, all the thoughts of the world are coming inside the mind. So the mind is experiencing the world through the sense organs. That is the first level. The second level is what? Mind is the seer, the sense organs are seen. And a still more deeper level is I, the Sakshi, Atma is the seer, mind is seen. How do I prove this? In the sleep state, I don't see the people. But I am there. Who is there in the sleep state? I, the Sakshi, I, the Atma, am there in sleep. So, same principle you use in meditation also. When thoughts come, you say, I am the seer of thoughts. And again go back. Shanai Shani Ruparabhet. In 6th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna says, whenever the mind is trying to go out, pull it back to itself. Who pulls it back? It is the Sakshi which is now trying to have Vairagyam from the world and saying, withdraw from the world. And then who sees these thoughts? It is I, the consciousness, I, the Atma, which is witness of all the thoughts. And in the sleep, the thoughts are not there. In the dream state, thoughts alone are there, no external world. This Drik Drish Vivek is a beautiful text for all the seekers to understand. Drik means seer consciousness. Drishyam means seen, perceptible world. The world can be at 3 levels. Subtle level, causal level, and at the level of gross. So at 3 levels, you can experience the world. In sleep state, we are experiencing the subtlest world, which is the world of ignorance. In the dream state, we are experiencing the world which is of mind, made up of mind's vasanas. When the sense organs are not operating. And the third level is Sakshi is seeing the dream world, Sakshi is seeing the sleep world. Once you have understood sleep world and dream world, it is very easy to understand the waking state. Because Sakshi never changes. Nirvikara Swarupaha. No vikara, no modification in Sakshi, and it is always Nityaha. Sakshi has not changed, Atma has not changed, body has changed, mind has changed, world has changed. Very beautiful question. I can go on and on for 10 sessions like this. It's such a
Yeah.
bigger topic.
Thank you, sir.
I'll stop
Thanks a lot,
here
sir.
with
It's a very good,
Manika.
it's a very good hint for us to.
Sorry?
Thank you very much. No, it's a very good hint to identify ourselves as a sangaha, because this is the one
Yes.
area which is very struggling in the meditation, that or not only meditation, even when we face our life, this attachment is the one which is very difficult to go. Uh, this will help us. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Uh, I will come to Mukesh. Mukesh, you had raised your question before. Are you still around?
Yes, yes, I'm there.
Okay, I think Mukesh. Yeah, Mukesh,
Yeah,
go
I'm
ahead.
there.
You had raised your hand before.
Yeah, I have two very basic questions. Uh, I read somewhere that knowledge is already resident in us, and that it is we have to brush away the ignorance so that the knowledge can shine through. Is it is that the way, or is it that we take knowledge from the samsara? That means it is infused into us from outside. What is it like actually?
Oh, okay. That's again another brilliant question. Okay, good. See, when you are entering into this spiritual study, the teacher will tell you, you don't know yourself because you are completely swallowed up by the external world. So external world is obstructing your Atma Jnana. First step, when you are a junior seeker. You are entering, you are coming, you have got some knowledge about what you have read here, some things you have, very basic knowledge you have. At that time, the teacher will tell you, outside world is covering your knowledge of Atma. Okay. This is stage one, junior. You have come to Bhagavad Gita, Drigdrishi Viveka, Tattva Bodha, Atma Bodha, and now you have learned a little bit about Atma. At that time, the teacher will tell you that there is something called as Maya Shakti, something called as ignorance, something called as covering, because of which you are not able to know that you are Atma. So this is at a slightly higher level. After so this is the second answer given to a student. You are not able to see your Atma because there is a covering called as Maya Shakti. In the first case, at the junior level, the teacher told you it is only the outside world. You're so obsessed with the outside world. Outside world is covering your Atma. At the second stage, the teacher tells you there is something called as Maya Shakti. There is something called as vrittis inside your mind, which is popping up every single second in your life. That is covering your Atma. You're always obsessed with your thoughts, from waking till sleep, every day of your life. So, what is covering now is the vrittis. In the third stage, the guru is now you have reached the level of a very, very advanced student. You have been soaked in the study of, you have done Tattva Bodha, Atma Bodha, you have even done Bhagavad Gita. At the end of Bhagavad Gita, the teacher tells you, Atma is self-evident. You don't need, it is there in you. That is your ultimate knowledge. You are Atma. You are that pure consciousness awareness. That knowledge you didn't have. So Atma is you yourself. It is not being covered. It is I. You have to claim I am Atma. That is the last lesson which teacher, guru will teach you. And then what you realize, I am Atma. That Atma is self-evident. It is not because of some light, something you're going to see it. You just have to tell yourself, I am the pure light of Atma. The whole world is basically in darkness because the whole world is ignorance. World is born from ignorance. World rests in ignorance. World resolves in ignorance. I am the only light of Atma, which is consciousness awareness. So,
Thank you.
Mukesh, you have to go to 3 levels to come to the.
Thank you. And one more basic question I had was, what is the difference between
First
Gyan and
question is
Vigyan?
clear. No, before that.
First question is clear to me now.
Yes.
And I wanted to know the difference between Gyan and Vigyan.
Okay, that's also another question, a beautiful question. Vijnanam and Jnanam. See, in the 7th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna defines what is Jnanam, what is Vijnanam. Para Prakriti and Apara Prakriti. I'm using 2 technical terms, but I will make it simple so that you understand. All worldly knowledge of the objects is called as Jnanam, Visesha Jnanam, world of objects. Any knowledge of the world is Jnana. What is Vijnanam? Vijnanam means Visesha Jnanam. Visesha Jnanam is knowledge of Atma. Visesha Jnanam is knowledge of Atma. Jnanam is knowledge of the world. Knowledge of Atma, knowledge of Anatma. Knowledge of Atma is Vijnana. Lord Krishna makes this clear in the 7th chapter, 9th chapter, 13th chapter. These 3 chapters, when you study in Bhagavad Gita, you understand what is Jnanam and Vijnanam. Jnanam and Vijnanam. Para Prakriti, Apara Prakriti. Am I clear, Kesh?
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you.
Good. I'm very happy that there are so many seekers who are so keen on the knowledge part of it. Okay, then there is one more person, Muhammad Alauddin Ansari. Your first time attending. Welcome to the class. Tell me, what's your question?
This is my very first session. Actually, I was exploring all these things on my own. I was in my journey, and recently I explored this Vedanta. So, as connecting to the answers that I understand those 3 stages and those 3 levels, but where it takes me is that, okay, so from the witness point of view or from the awareness point of view, I'm getting that what is the state that actually I am. So I am aware about that state, that what is ultimately that state, that what I am. But when it comes to, can I be in that state?
Okay, good.
And if I can be in that state, then will I then be able to distinguish myself?
Good. 2 questions. Will I be able to distinguish, and will I be in the state? Will I be able to abide in the state? And these are 2 very deep questions. Okay, let me explain to you. See, as you study this nature of Atma, what happens is you understand that the entire state is an object of Atma. So when you come to the study of Upanishad, there is an Upanishad called as Mandukya Upanishad. And in that Upanishad, what is discovered is my entire waking state belongs to the mind. The status belongs to the mind. Waking, dream, sleep. So you create a distance between I, the Atma, and these states. I, the Atma, and the five koshas, Annamaya kosha, Pranamaya kosha, and the five koshas, which you have studied in Atma Bodha. You create a distance between I, the Atma, and the three bodies, gross body, subtle body, and the causal body. So, only when your mind has got used to separating Atma and the mind, then you will understand the next higher level of being. The state of being is called as Swarupam. That Swarupam is homogeneous mass of consciousness. You cannot say, I am abiding and I know I am abiding. I know I am abiding in Atma requires mind, which is Anatma. So, when you are in the state of being, there is no other knowledge except I, the Atma, am there. Full stop. That amness is also only with reference to the Anatma world only. Anatma will be, see, I am is the state of our being, which is called as abiding in our own self. In that state of abidance, there is no other object in the creation. There is no other knowledge of Anatma except the knowledge of Atma. That is why it is called as Advaita. I'm talking very, very high level, but that is the only way I can answer your question because your question is extremely deep. But try to understand this depth, then you will have you will be able to experience. You see, for example, you said, yes, I can understand I'm the witness and I can see the mind. But what you should understand, states belong to the mind, states do not belong to Atma. I am always there, one continuous mass of consciousness. And that is what you own as your intrinsic true nature. That is called as being. That is what is called as Sat. In Vedanta, we call Sat. What is Sat? Amness, existence, beingness, pure knowledge, pure consciousness, pure ananda, pure bliss, pure happiness. All these are just names of that one being. So you will never say that there is something, you will never know, because knowingness, you're talking about knowingness and you're not talking about knowing an object. So knowing an object is different because there a vritti is involved, mind is involved. You are existence, consciousness. Consciousness does not require mind. That is why you are able to say, I am that consciousness in sleep. Because in sleep, ignorance is there. But in the waking state, you make a statement that ignorance is not me, I am Atma. So, am I clear?
Yes, most of the things got clear. Just a small statement I would like to deliver. Please correct me if I got the things right. So what I got is that regarding awareness. So awareness is the proof of our existence. Anything which is existing or what we define as existence, awareness is the proof. So the moment we will be in that state, the awareness self. So in that moment, we will not be able to communicate or we will not be expressive that moment, as awareness itself can't be aware of anything.
Correct. You're right. Awareness is we are talking about pure awareness as your real nature.
Yes.
Pure awareness means there is no object. There is no you to identify you separate from awareness.
Yes.
Is it clear?
Yes, actually it's clear.
Good. Thank you. Shama, you had something to add on to Manikandan. Can you explain what you want?
Shikharji, I think
Shama, are you?
she mentioned that she need to leave.
Oh, she says she has to leave. Okay, all right. Okay. Anybody else has any other question today's talk?
Shikharji, I had a question on the chat.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I was asking, is there a state where waking and dream states converge? And if yes, can we stay there?
Waking and dream state converge, and can we stay in that state? Well, see, waking and dream stage, they converge to what stage? They converge to sleep state. Unless you're talking about half waking, half dream, and then you are, it happens sometimes early in the morning. Neither you're fully waken, neither you're fully dreaming. Are you talking about that stage, or you're talking about waking and dream? They both converge only in the sleep state.
Okay. Yeah, the reason why I was asking, recently I lost my mom. So
Yeah.
when I was dreaming, so I was checking with the reality and I got a confirmation, yeah, this is real. But I was still sleeping. So that's why I was trying to ask this question. Is there a convergence that happens?
See, what happens is actually normally what happens to a normal person is that he is sleeping. Sleeping means he is not aware of his mind. Whenever you are not aware of your mind, that state is called as sleep. But suppose you say, I was aware that I was dreaming. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah.
That state is basically a state of consciousness being aware of the dream world. And if you are saying, yes, I was conscious of my dream about my mother or something, then it is possible that you were conscious at the same time you were sleeping. See, dream cannot come unless you're sleeping. And if you're saying I witnessed my dream state, then as consciousness, it's possible that you were a witness to your dream state.
Got it. Okay.
So it
Maybe
is not it is not a convergence of waking and dream. It is basically it is a consciousness which is making you aware of the dream at a higher order. That's all. There is no waking, there is no sleep. So both are gone. And you're still aware. You are saying that I was aware of the dream. I was conscious of the dream, and it was very brilliant. That means it was a higher level of consciousness which witnessed the dream. That's all.
Got it. Thank you.
There is no convergence. There is no corridor which between waking and dream. There is no corridor between sleep and dream, and there is no corridor between Atma and waking. You should remember this. There is no corridor. Corridor means there is no common uh, uh, path between the two states.
Got it.
Good. Thank you, Rajit. Yeah. Anybody else?
If, if no one has something to ask, then I would like to take a few minutes more.
Yeah, go ahead.
Something out of context to this session. Actually, my main motive was to explore Sanskrit language, and especially when I come across any sloka or verse. So I want the authenticity. So suppose there is a verse, and in below the English translation is there. So sometimes it feels to me that the English translation is somewhere an approximation to that slope. Like it is capturing most of the essence, but somewhere not exactly the exact essence of that slope. So could you suggest me something, a path or a map kind of thing that I can include in my journey, so that I can exactly explore the authentic thing and the exact essence of the things.
Okay, good. It's a good question. Shall I call you Alauddin, or what should I call you?
Yes.
Ansari?
Alauddin Ansari, and Ansari is
No,
fine. Alauddin.
what's your first name? Your first name is Alauddin or is it
Alauddin.
Ansari? Huh?
Alauddin.
Alauddin. Okay. So Alauddin, see, when you study shlokas, when you study, okay, when I presume you're talking about, you see, basically, as a source of knowledge, you should only study Bhagavad Gita, Upanishads, Brahma Sutra. So whenever you're talking about knowledge, you want to have knowledge about Atma. Don't look at any other verses. I may quote Atma Bodha, Tattva Bodha, I may quote Drigdrishi Viveka, and many other texts. But ultimately, when you want to really understand, you go to Upanishads. Okay, now coming to your question about the description, the meaning of the verses and the actual Sanskrit verse. I understand your problem. The description in English may not be 100% accurate as per the Sanskrit words. Especially if you know the Sanskrit a little bit, nityaha, nirvikaraha, all these are words. You cannot translate it. So you will find this difficulty. How to solve this difficulty? The only way, suppose you don't know Sanskrit, if you know Sanskrit, that's the best way. You know the Sanskrit grammar, you can find the root of the words and then understand from the root how do you derive at the meaning. That is one methodology. Second methodology, the first method, many of us cannot follow because it takes 5 years, 10 years to understand Sanskrit and to learn Sanskrit and master of Sanskrit. It takes a long time. For people like you and me, the best thing to do is, if you still want to study the proper meaning, go to Shankara Bhashyam. Shankara Bhashyam analyzes each and every word. Every word is analyzed by Shankaracharya. He not only analyzes word, but he also analyzes the sentences. He gives you analysis of sentences, Vakya. So the moment you do analysis of sentences, he gives you different views, different aspects, not only his view, and also he discusses other philosophers' view on that particular sentence. So the best way for you, the path is study Bhashyam. But studying Bhashyam is not easy. It takes time. It requires patience. It takes a long time. But it is reward. It may take time, like for example, Mandukya Upanishad. I'm taking Bhashyam on Sundays. It's, it takes time, but ultimately Bhashyam study will give you the correct knowledge. And there are a lot of debates in Bhashyam study, Shankara Bhashyam study, which helps your intellect to understand the depth of the words. Many people in this group have done Bhashyam study with me. So they will understand what is the depth at which we go through. Okay, I hope I'm clear, Alauddin.
Yes, sir. Very much.
Thank you.
Yes,
Anybody else has a question? So we will have another 2 or 3 sessions more for Atma Bodha. Then we'll close this text.
So after that side, sir, what we are planning for, like what sessions after this? After
I mean, I asked the same question last week. Many people have said they want to study Bhagavad Gita. So I will make up my mind in the next few weeks. I will let you know. After, actually, generally speaking, after Atma Bodha, one really studies Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita is the next text for study before Upanishads and before Upanishad Bhashyam. After that is Brahma Sutra. Brahma Sutra is the last, and so that is the general schedule for study.
should we need to approach separately through the mail or the same Zoom link or same details we work?
No. At the end of this session of Atma Bodha, I will send a joining link by which you can join the link and start the Bhagavad Gita study.
Okay. Actually, that would be so great. Recently, I started exploring Mahabharata, and I found there that Bhagavad Gita capturing the heart, actually the knowledge-based essence of that scripture Itihas. So that would be very great for me as well.
Good, very good. I'm so happy you're doing so many texts. Mahabharata is a great text. I mean, it's amazing. Thank you. Shanta, you have a question?
Yes, Shikaji, thank you so much for this session. And I have not been here for, I think you would have noticed, for 5-6 weeks because I had gone to Kailash Mansarovar. So it
Oh,
got
wow.
delayed. My trip, yes, my trip got
So
delayed. And
I'm
so
sure
I
you
was
must have met Sumana there and say hi to her.
No, I didn't. I went with JP. JPG was there with us
Okay.
in the group. Yeah. So
Okay.
it was quite nice. So coming back and getting back to Atma Bodha was an absolute, bliss for me. And I absolutely enjoyed the talk today. Yes, Bhagavad Gita would be naturally a good, follow on after Atma Bodha. But I remember we had taken a pause and we were quite keen on learning Chandogya Upanishad. I don't know whether anybody else is interested with Shankaracharya's Bhashyam.
Oh no, Chandogya Upanishad is very far away. It's Chandogya Bhashyam.
We did.
I'm just started writing the notes of Chandogya Bhashyam.
Mhm.
So we have done most of the Bhashyams except Katho Bhashyam. So
So
if
we
at
could
all I
probably go
take,
at Kato. Yeah.
yeah, if at all I take Bhashyam study, it will be Katho Bhashyam study next. Chandogya
Okay.
will be after Katho Bhashyam. So in terms of
Okay.
scheduling, either I will do Chandogya Upanishad Bhashyam or I will take up Brahma Sutra, the first 4 sutras, or the fourth sutra, which is
Mhm.
the most important sutra. So that's
So I
very,
think,
very
yeah,
fast.
it would be nice because if we do the Kato and then we go to even Brahma Sutra, it would be still okay. But yeah, I'm
No,
sure,
we are still
everybody
very
has
far
qualities.
away. I'm still another. I'm in the 33rd, 34th verse around. In Mandukya itself, another 10, 12 verses of the third chapter are remaining. After that, I have to do the fourth chapter. After that will be Kathopanishad and all that. So we are very, very
Yeah.
far away.
Yeah, but I thought we were talking about the Saturday classes sessions, not
No,
the
no.
Sunday.
Saturday, I've changed the whole structure. I
Okay.
said that Saturdays will be fixed for beginners. Sunday
Okay.
will be for advanced students.
Okay, that's fine then. Sorry,
Because
I
there
might
is a
have missed because of
tremendous,
my holidays.
yeah, there is a tremendous interest in for people who are from the beginners. I get almost 30, 40 students every month who are asking beginners classes. So that's why I decided to start the beginners classes of Tattva Bodha, Atma Bodha again. Uh, so
No, that's
that,
perfectly fine, and it'll always be a pleasure to go
yeah.
through, Bhagavad Gita again with you, which is, which will be perfect. Yes.
Let's see.
No worries.
See
Yeah.
what Saturday brings. But broad structure is Saturday is for beginners, Sunday is for advanced students. Sunday I'm doing
Okay.
Mandukya. I want to complete Mandukya before taking up any other study. But as I
Okay.
said, Kathopanishad Bhashyam, I have discovered is a brilliant study and a very, very important study for seekers.
Yeah.
Equally important is the Mandukya, but now having done Kathopanishad Bhashyam, I'm almost just 3 verses away from the end. I've written the notes, they're getting typed, they will be put on the website. A lot of things is there of Bhashyam, Kathopanishad Bhashyam is there in the website. About 2,000 pages have been written so far, are being typed, being corrected. It's a long process. So my view today is before anybody does any other Bhashyam study, I would recommend Katho Bhashyam first. Instead of Taittiriya Bhashyam, instead of Keno Upanishad Bhashyam, Ishavasya Upanishad, all other Bhashyams, I would recommend people do Katho Upanishad Bhashyam first. Study that Bhashyam. It's brilliant. It's really brilliant. And then go into Mandukya. Mandukya, of course, it takes a long time. I mean, we started Mandukya Bhashyam
Last
study
year, I
almost
think.
2 years ago.
Yeah.
So it's almost 2 years we have been studying it. It might go for
Yes.
one more full
Yeah.
because it's a long study. Mandukya Bhashyam does bring a lot of clarity from the three states and from realization
Oh
point of view.
yes.
Tremendous
It's
clarity
beautiful,
comes.
and it's still, yes, it's you can't describe how easy it is to understand the three states, and
Yes,
especially when we did the fourth pada and we realized that how it is actually not different from the three and how they're connected.
yes.
It's still, yeah, it
No,
is
the
a
study is still going
textbook
on.
study.
I know tomorrow I have the
Yes.
session. Again, the study is
Yeah.
still continues.
Yes.
But there is there is a very beautiful Bhashyam of Kathopanishad and two chapters, fantastic Shankaracharya is brilliant in that revelation. I would say that Kathopanishad is a very, very important study, and it is slightly different than Mandukya. You see, the thing is, Mandukya has a different flavor, and uh, the Kathopanishad Bhashyam has a different flavor altogether. So I would recommend these two as the most important for seekers because they take a lot of time. You see, to study a Bhashyam, it will take 2 years, 3 years. If you're doing once a week study, it takes
Yeah.
2, 3 years. But it's rewarding. Thank you,
Oh
Shama.
yes, it is.
Thank you.
Yes. Okay,
Anybody
so
else?
uh,
Sorry, is there any community like as the nodes or site, all those things? Is it open sourced? Like, and
Yeah,
from
yeah,
technical.
you can go to Vedanta students vedantastudents.com and you can see all the notes, you can see all the classes, you can see there's so much of information in vedantastudents.com.
Actually, I visited the site. I was asking if is the contribution is open source. Like I am from technical background, so I would love to contribute to the site or the notes. Like, I was asking about
Your
that.
technical background, what is your background?
Data science, and I also have knowledge about development and all kind of stuff.
Oh, okay. And how old are you?
27.
Sorry?
27.
27.
Yes.
Okay. Anyway, we'll get in touch. Let's see if there's anything, I'll be in touch with you.
Yeah, I would love to contribute.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Namaste. We'll catch up next week.
Namaste,
Thank
Shekhar.
you.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Yes.
Thank you.
See you tomorrow. Thank you. Bye bye.
Okay. Bye. How are you?
Hari Om.